What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Frankiehardwork, and I'm back, and I'm back, and I am back. So, we all know the brother Nick Cannon is going through a situation right now. We all know that he run a Wild 'N Out. That's his show. He had that for about 10 seasons now. And, he been on under the network of MTV and Nickelodeon and things like that. And recently he did an interview with Professor Griff. We all know Professor Griff. If you don't, he's from Public Enemy. He was kicked out of Public Enemy for pretty much the same reason that Nick going through. This is ironic, and I'm gonna speak on that. But I want to basically play the clip that got him kicked off the show. Pretty much eliminated from his contract. I'm gonna let y'all hear it, and then I'm gonna come back with my commentary.
Let's go to what it really is then. When we talk about the power of melanated people, when we talk about who we really are as guys, and understanding that our melanin is so powerful and it connects us in a way that the reason why they fear black, the reason why they fear is because the lack that they have of it. So then when you see what Dr. Francis C. Welsing talked about is that fear in that
just genetic annihilation,
that deficiency of when you have a person that has the lack of pigment, the lack of melanin, that they know that they will be annihilated. So therefore, however they got the power, they have the lack of compassion. That melanin comes with compassion. Melanin comes with soul. That we call it soul. We soul brothers and sisters. That's the melanin that connects us. So the people that don't have it are a little, and I'm gonna say this carefully, are a little less, and where the term actually comes from, because I'm bringing it all the way back around to Minister Farrakhan, to where they may not have the compassion or the when they were sent to the mountains of Caucasus, when they didn't have the power of the sun, that the sun then started to deteriorate them. So then they're acting out of fear, they're acting out of low self-esteem, they're acting out of a deficiency. So therefore, the only way that they can act is evil. The only way they have to rob, steal, rape, kill, and
fight or flight,
in order to survive.
Exactly.
So then these people who didn't have what we had, and when I say we, I speak of the melanated people.
Right.
They had to be savages. They had to be barbaric. Because they're in these Nordic mountains. They're in these rough, torrential environments. So they're acting as animals.
Right.
So they're the ones that are actually closer to animals. They're the ones that are actually the true savages. And then they built up such this I don't want to say warrior, but they built up such this conquering barbaric mentality.
Yeah. So you pretty much heard that clip, and then that clip right there, he pretty much it was nothing that he said that can actually for them to take pretty much a whole body of lifetime of hard work from him, businesses and wilding out and things of that nature from him. It was nothing on there that was crazy, whereas they would do that. So that let you know right there. Now, Nick pretty much responded, you understand? He had a Facebook post, and it's a pretty long Facebook post. I'm going to put it up there, but I'm going to pretty much paraphrase it. Pretty much what he was saying in that Facebook post, that, he been with the company for this many amount of years, and he grew up with them, and then he pretty much having lifelong work with them, and he don't understand why they would take it from him. He also said that he went to the person that actually owned the company. I forgot the lady name. But he went to her and spoke with her, and no response. So he pretty much saying that, he's demanding his rights to the to Wild 'N Out, which is, I'm gonna speak on that right there also. And he also said that they want an apology, but he demands apology. So and pretty much in that Facebook post, he had a lot of energy right there, man. And I felt him on that. I felt him, pretty much like, you gonna really do this to me after all the work I put in? And I didn't say nothing that was offensive or crazy, because I don't see it in the clip, but before he actually figured out how he wanted to word it before he actually came out and said it, so he won't offend nobody. You understand? So I let you know right there. But then his energy kind of changed a little bit. A lot of people energy changed, just like Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade treated when he first happened. Dwayne Wade tweeted that he's with him. With Nick Cannon, I'm with you. We'll ride with you. And then like an hour and a half later, he put that post down and pretty much put up like he didn't know about the information. He pretty much don't condone being anti-Semitic, whatever he's saying and stuff like that. So he pretty much copped out fast. He got that phone call. And Nick Cannon, he actually, I don't want to say bow down. Of course, I'm not going to disrespect the man like that, but he apologized. And, he basically apologized. So I'm going to read this apology to you real quick, and then I'm going to come back with the rest of my commentary. First and foremost, I extend my deepest and most sincere apologies to my Jewish sisters and brothers for the hurtful and divisive words that came out of my mouth during my interview with Richard Griffin. That was Professor Griff. They reinforced the worst stereotypes of a proud and magnificent people, and I feel ashamed of the uninformed and naive place that these words came from. The video of this interview has been since removed. While the Jewish experience encompasses more than 5,000 years, and there is so much I have yet to learn, I have at least a minor history lesson over the past few days, and to say that is eye-opening would be a vast understatement. My fault, y'all. I want to express my gratitude to rabbis, community leaders, and institutions who reach out to me to enlighten me instead of chastising me. I want to assure my Jewish friends, new and old, that this is only the beginning of my education. I am committed to a deeper connection, more profound learning, and strengthening the bond between our two cultures, today and every day going forward. So you hear an apology that his energy pretty much changed, like dramatically. His energy pretty much changed. I don't know if it was getting to him, or he was starting to feel some type of way, or they really was, telling him he got to do this and do that in order to get whatever back. I don't know what it was, but his energy changed. And I'm going to speak on that because I want to talk about the thing that he said that was he wanted to demand his rights. He wanted to demand his rights to Wild 'N Out. So that means he don't own it. That means he put in all that work for these companies, for all them companies. Because remember, he was on Nickelodeon. He ran that. He ran this Wild 'N Out, and he had other endeavors as well, right? And Viacom CBS, this is the company that terminated his contract with him, basically fired him. And when you hear the word fire, they kind of threw me for a loop, and I'm gonna get into that. But they own all that, and he was working for them for years. And then at the drop of a hat, they fired them. Now listen to the key word, fired them, because prior to this, everybody was looking at Nick Cannon, and what I'm saying is I'm not knocking him or saying like trying to put another brother down at all. So just hear me out. But when we looked at him as like he owns pretty much this and pretty much that. And I'm not sure if he owns it or not, but I'm just listening to the language. You understand? When you have to basically get your company back and pretty much ask for demands the rights to your company that you built for them, which is $1 billion company, because he said that in the quote. When you actually doing that, it looked like something must have happened in the midst of this for him to really change his tune. And then you think about they saying they fired him. Once again, I kind of messed up, but that says a lot. That says that no matter how hard you do and how good your job is and how great is this, they can cut you at any time they want. That's why ownership is a big deal. Now, they lined him up from the beginning, and I'm going to tell you how they lined him up. He been with them. When I say lined up, I mean it's like a setup, but I ain't going to even say a setup. It kind of like, when you get lined up as a setup, but it's pretty much, it fell in their hands, because Nick Cannon was a kid when he was with him, so he wasn't into all that being woke and stuff like that. He was making good, clean music. He was making good, clean movie. Remember, he made The Drummer Boy. He made the drummer. What was the Drumline? That was a good movie. I ain't gonna be front. I seen it. But remember, he made Drumline. They didn't look at him on that type of note. But if you could remember, a few years back when he first got woke. And you know when they changed his tune about him? And because they been wanting him out of here. But you know when they changed his tune about him? When he started wearing the turbans. I don't know if y'all remember when he first started wearing the turbans. It had to have been about 5 years ago. When he first started wearing the turbans, they wasn't feeling that. Because that's when he started, his awakeness started coming. You know what I mean? For lack of a better word. His awakeness started coming. And they didn't like that. They never liked people. They never liked black men being woke. That's something right there. So when this awokeness came, they knew, like, all right, we got to get him up out of here. But they couldn't because he was going by the book. But this was it right here. They wanted to get him up out of here. And honestly, they probably don't even care about Wilder now. They probably really don't, because what they could do is they could shoot the reruns and make money off of that. You see what I'm saying? And just like that, that's how they stunt the growth of black wealth. Just like that. That's why people got to realize you can't be sitting there talking how you talking on their platform and then this happened. You understand? Because I'm going to keep it a buck. I really believe that Nick thought that he thought that he really had him to the point where he can say these things and that'd be cool. And it wasn't like that, obviously. You understand? They snatched it right up under him at a blink of an eye. At a blink of an eye. To the point where he erased all his interviews that he did with Tariq Nasheed. Because Tariq Nasheed actually spoke to him about this on the show. He asked Tariq Nasheed, why don't rappers and stuff like that step out? Because he's been doing a lot of that lately. He's been calling a lot of people out. You understand? But my thing is, I don't think he was ready. I honestly don't think he was ready. And what I mean by that, and not being funny, was because I think when you go into this type of war with people, you gotta make sure your back. You gotta make sure your backing is strong. You cannot fight on a platform about them. You can't. It's not gonna happen. You can't go hard about with them on a platform. And he didn't even say nothing crazy. That's the crazy part. He didn't say nothing crazy. But I'm just saying, this is what they wanted. They've been wanted this. And then the person that he did the interview with was Professor Griff. Professor Griff was kicked out of Public Enemy for the same exact thing. An anti-Semitic comment. I forgot what the comment was, but it really wasn't nothing crazy. It was something that he actually quoted out the Bible. You know, a lot of times they don't want to hear stuff that's quoted out the Bible, but it be out the Bible. How you gonna get mad at that? Get mad at the Bible. Just like with that Rosenberg situation. That was in the Bible when he was talking about Jay Electronica. That's in the Bible. The same thing with Jay-Z. When Jay-Z said the 444 about Jewish people own the whole world. He wasn't saying that literally. But yet, if y'all remember in the song Benjamins, they took out the word Hebrews, but kept nigga through the whole song. Look at that. But I ain't even gonna go into all that. I'm just speaking facts right now. This is facts. I'm not making up nothing. I'm just speaking facts. So my point in saying this is ownership is very important. We need ownership. We need our own platform. Support black media. It's your boy Frankie Hard Work. Like, comment, subscribe. Share this video. Follow me on IG. Frankie Hard Work 1. Y'all be easy.